Aries, how are you guys doing? I hope you guys are doing wonderful. I have to give a shout out to one of my favorite Aries, Heather, because she gave me these earrings. I haven't taken them off yet. I love them. Thank you so much. Aries, let's get into it. I get depression. Now, some of you could be going through some stuff. I feel like there may even be some judgment in this too. So some of you may be feeling like you're judged by people around you. Maybe you feel like you're I don't want to say that you're not worthy, but some of you may be feeling almost like somebody's not giving you the props that you deserve, or they're judging you for the way that you're living your life, or you feel judged. So it might necessarily be that they are, but some of you may feel judged. Now, I am getting something with third party situations. So there could be something in with cheating or third party interfering in relationship that could be part of the depression too, because I feel like some of you, there are choices to be made, and some of you are going to be making the choice to walk away from a situation, and some of you are going to get news that somebody is walking away from you. So I feel like there's an ending that's coming, you guys. Now, for some of you, the depression or the anxiety may be, I don't want it. For a few, it's going to be, I didn't expect it. So I do feel there's something coming in with a relationship that's going to be a little bit challenging, and there's decisions that are going to have to be made. And some of you, it's going to be a little bit, I think, of a painful situation. Take your time with it. Take your time with it. For a few, like I said, it may be you have no choice in it, because I feel like you may be getting a message or having a conversation with someone where they're like, I don't want to do this anymore. I feel like somebody's like closing the door on something. So general read. This could be you doing it. This could be a person doing it to you. Some of you feel like you're pulled in more than one direction. So maybe you've met somebody else and you were in a relationship and you're like, you know what, I don't want to continue this relationship. I want to try this new thing out. Or you could have somebody that is saying, you know what, I met somebody else. I don't want to continue this thing with you. Could go either way. General read, Aries. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Some of you, I feel like you're going to be kind of, it's almost like the wind is knocked out of you a little bit. And then you pick yourself up and you're like, okay, I got other goals and other things that I need to focus on. And I feel like, Aries. I feel like some of you definitely are going to be more focused on money or career. And it could be because you don't want to think about a relationship, or you don't want to think about the thing that fell apart. Whether this is a friendship or a romantic relationship, some of you are like, I don't want to think about it. I want to focus on something else. So I do feel more pushed towards work-related things, even hobbies. Trying to keep yourself busy. Now, a few of you are definitely going to be connecting with a group of people for work. So you may get some confirmation through that, you're called for an interview, you're called back for a job. This is working with a team of people on a project. For a few of you, this could involve travel. I feel like this is either having to travel for a job, or either you're going to be relocating for a job. There seems to be on-the-job training that's going in with this. So I feel like when you're coming in, you may have a group of people that are kind of like, this is what we're doing. This is what your part is. Let's move it forward. So some of you definitely are going to get good news about a job, something starting up. If you're already on this project, it looks like this is something that's going to progress for you guys. Aries. I do feel like there's money coming in. I feel like if you have been in a situation where things have been lagging, I feel like you're finally coming to a point where things are starting to move forward. Obstacles are being cleared, and it's bringing in more stability. Some of you were kind of in limbo, like la la land, like what's going on. If you applied for jobs and you weren't getting any type of feedback or callbacks or whatever, because I think it was delays and then COVID-19, it looks like some of this stuff is starting to move forward, and you're going to get some type of message or callback saying, you know what, here's your interview. Here's your start date. So be prepared for it. I also feel, too, that there's something coming in with vehicles. And I think we've seen this a couple of times in your readings. Some of you definitely may be having car issues that you need to check out. Check your maintenance, your oil, your tires, your fluids. For a few, I feel like this may be purchasing a new vehicle. Some of you may not have a choice, because I keep feeling like a car is dying, or there's a problem with a car that you have to get checked out. The warning, I feel like, is if you're purchasing a vehicle, especially if it's a used vehicle, get it checked out. Take the time to bring a mechanic around, or take it to a mechanic, so you can you can make sure everything is okay, because I feel like some of you may get a lemon where it's like, you know what, I thought this was a good deal, but it turned out not to be. Definitely moves coming in, some type of message about moving. If you've been thinking about it, I feel like you're going to get a little bit more concrete with planning. Definitely upgrading for some of you, moving from an apartment to a house, or if it is an apartment, moving to something bigger. If it's a house, some of you may be getting something with more land, or you may be moving to a different city or a different state. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, Aries, Aries. Definitely feel like clean slate is coming in. Like you can make what you need to make out of it. Some of you are going to pull away from people so you can focus on you. It's almost like I'm shutting down because I need to do what I need to do. I need to focus on my stuff. So if you need it, definitely do it. Aries, Aries, Aries. Let's get into it. Let's see what we got. We got King of Wands. Three of Blades, emotional pain, hurt. Three of Coins. Eight of Swords. Four of Cups. Knight of Coins. Seven of Cups. Two of Blades. Seven of Wands. The Wheel of Fortune. Four of Blades. Let me see. Five of Wands. Eight of Wands. The Fool card. All right. So, Aries, Aries, Aries. Exactly like I said. First thing comes out. We have hurt. We have a fire sign that is going through some pain. So we Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Three of Blades. Somebody's been hurt. Somebody's about to be hurt. So this could be you being in a situation where you're finding out that somebody you were dealing with has found somebody else. This could be you finding somebody else. For some of you, this could be a third-party interference where it may not necessarily be a cheating type of situation. This could be somebody coming in that causes problems in your relationship, and you're like, okay, I don't even know what's going on. I feel like there's, especially with the the glasses on, I feel like some of you don't really know what's going on. It's like, I'm hurting. There's a disconnect with something, but I can't really see it. I can't really tell what the problem is. So I feel that there's something where you're moving forward, but maybe you're confused about a relationship. Maybe there's some things where a person is pulling away. They're acting a little bit estranged. They're a little bit different. And you're like, okay, are you seeing somebody else? What do you got going on? For some of you, you may be finding out that somebody that you're dealing with was kind of playing the whole time, and you're seeing it clearly. I do feel with the Four of Cups, this may be something where you're putting in energy, but it's not reciprocated. You're reaching out to somebody, but they're not communicating. You're like, hey, I'm here. What are we doing? And they're not communicating. And it could be causing some emotional pain. For some of you, it could be triggering something, because I feel like there's an energy of, with this Eight of Blades, feeling trapped. Somebody that wants to make a change, but they're feeling some kind of way. So I feel like maybe some of you, a person has done something and it triggered you. Maybe it brought out some fear of being hurt, or it reminded you of some type of trauma. Definitely feel there is some break that's coming. And for some of you, it's because you're not really understanding what's going on. The glasses, the blind man, he's feeling his way through, but he may not understand what the issue is. So for some, you may be dealing with somebody who's ghosting you. They're not giving you the attention, and you're not really sure what's going on. I kind of get this woe is me type of thing. Will I ever find love? Will I ever be in a positive relationship? Will I ever be happy? And of course you will, but I feel like there may be this thing of, this is fear. With the Eight of Blades, this is somebody that they feel trapped, but they could feel trapped in their own emotions. It's almost like Starting a relationship, and then you get the first red flag or the first obstacle and you pull away, and it's like, I can't do it. I don't want to get hurt because I've been hurt before. So I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to move forward. I'm going to stay here because this is safe. So some of you may be dealing with the emotion of, I don't know if I can do this. Now, if you are in this emotion, it could show that more healing needs to be done. For some of you, if you are going through something where a person cheated or they betrayed you, you may be kind of dealing with the pain of it, and there's more healing that needs to be done. If you got triggered by emotional pain, there's more healing that needs to be done. All right, Aries? I think it's not going to be easy for some of you, and I feel like there is a lot of underlying issues, underlying pain with you and this other person, which means that you could have issues going on, they could have issues going on. For some of you where you want to salvage it, I would say go to couples counseling. If it's a friendship, couples counseling. You need to go ahead and work something out. Whether this is your problem or the other person's problem, there's some underlying pain that needs to be dealt with. If you feel like it's you, then go ahead and go to therapy. If you've already decided to walk away from somebody and you're still hurting, go ahead and find you some place where you can talk about it and move forward, because there's some things that need to be healed. Now, I do feel if you're going through something like that, you're kind of pulling back, and it's like I want to focus in on money. We got the Knight of Cups coming in. Now, of course, this could be a younger Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo person who's coming in. Some of you may work with this person, or it could be somebody who just has younger energy. For a few of you, I feel like whenever I see the Knight of Cups, this is a hustler. This to me is somebody who is trying to make money by any means necessary. If you see people behind him laughing because he's detailing a car or washing a car, he don't give a fuck because he got money in his hand. I do feel like some of you are going to be connecting with other people. You got to hustle on. You could be doing side jobs, side gigs. You could be going in with a group of people. You may be the low man on the totem where you're coming into a company or to a situation or environment where you kind of have to prove yourself to people, and you're doing whatever you need to do it. So I feel like this is a build-up. I feel like some of you have an opportunity that's coming in where you're going to be working with a group of people, but you may have to prove yourself a little bit, or you may feel like it. That could have been where I got that judgment thing from. Yoda, you good, babe? Come lay down. So I do feel like there's something going on with trying to prove yourself, or you're competing against other people, but you're willing to do whatever it takes to move ahead of these people. So there's success that's going to be there, Aries. Definitely. It shows your money trickling back in, but it shows that you're moving towards something that has a little bit longevity to it. There is some type of stability to it. And for some of you, you may have to travel. You may have to travel. This person is traveling on some type of boat or something, but they're building something. So for some of you, you're working with a group, but you may have to travel out. Maybe you travel for work. Maybe there is a relocation because of a job. But I definitely feel like there's something coming in with money for you guys, especially some good news. Now, we do have, let me see, we have 4 blades. For some, this is, being tired, exhausted. But I think a lot of you may be tired of like a wait. Like, I'm waiting for something to come in. I have a lot of things on my plate. I'm getting a little bit frustrated, irritated. I need to take a break. So I do feel like if you're traveling or going on a trip, it's because you need to. I need to get away. I need to clear my head. I need to be somewhere where I can think a little bit better. Some of you, this is a spiritual retreat. I got to go away so that I can connect deeper with spirit, so I can clear my head, so I can move forward. So I do feel that there's something about needing to take a little bit of break, and with everything that's going on right now, do it. If you need it, do it, because it's showing for a lot of you, you're mentally, spiritually, physically tired, and you feel like you need something to open up so that you can move forward. I feel the need too to do something maybe that you haven't done before. This could be going to a place that you haven't visited before, doing trying a hobby out that you haven't done before. Some of you could be going zip lining. You could be traveling to a place that you haven't been. Some of you might even actually be getting tattoos and piercings. I feel like there's something different that you're it's almost like a new change, but you're kind of christening it with something. Whether this is a tattoo or an experience. I feel like some of you are doing something to remember this time in your life. I do get something with even expanding into things that maybe you didn't think you would be. Interest in things that you wouldn't normally look into. And there's a lot of, I feel like a lot of ideas that are coming in. Sometimes with the Seven of Cups, this is kind of like being in your head. You got a lot of things on your mind. You're thinking about a lot of things. You're trying to figure out what's the best thing. How do I move forward? Should I be doing this now? Do I really need to do this? So this is somebody that's putting a lot of thought into what they want. For some of you, though, you got to be careful, because I feel the Achilles heel is, what will other people think? What will they say? How will they look at me? So you got to get past that energy. If that's what's holding you back, I feel for some of you, you got to get past that energy. Definitely something with judgment. And maybe a few of you are doing something that you're going to be judged on, and that's why you're doing it. I'm going to go ahead and put myself out there. I know people are going to talk about it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Some of you may have come across somebody where there was conflict and you had to defend yourself. And it could have been because there was a disagreement, or two people just different, not a meeting of the minds. This could be with more than one person, where you may be feeling like, okay, I have some conflict going on. We don't think alike. And it could be with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. I kind of get air too, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You may not think it was a big deal. They may not think it was a big deal. But there's some conflict that's coming in. Something was said or done, because we got 8 of Wands, a message that comes in. And with all these fire cards, somebody could have felt like the message was fiery. Maybe you said something and it was taken the wrong way. And then it led to conflict. And you're like, okay, you know what? I don't want no problem. If you look at this card, she's like, I don't want no problem. As far as I'm concerned, it wasn't a big issue. But now you're defending yourself. You're having to defend yourself. So some of you may have said something that kind of went left. And you're saying, you know what? Wasn't a big deal. Really wasn't a big deal. I didn't mean it that way. But then you have this conflict coming in, and you're defending yourself. You're telling people, you're taking it out of context. For some of you, this may be a person coming to you, and you took it the wrong way, and you're like, what? What did you say? Why are you telling me this? For some, you may be finding out about this 3 of Swords. Gossip, emotional pain, somebody saying something to you, and you feel like, I got to defend myself. There's conflict coming in. Could be a third party, somebody trying to interfere with a relationship or a friendship, and you feel like, conflict, I got to defend myself. I mean, it looks like more so you're the one that's defending yourself. You're the one speaking up for yourself and saying, look, hey, whatever this message was that you thought, I didn't exactly mean it that way. We know sometimes with fire signs that, things are said. You can be impulsive. You can come in really, really quick and, act before you think sometimes. I live with a Sagittarius, so I get it. And then, every now and then I'll look at her and go, did you really say that? And she'll be like, what? What, mama? And I'm like, that was rude. That was disrespectful. So for some, I don't feel like if you got in this conflict, you meant to start conflict. I really don't. I feel like there was a message or something that was said, came in really, really quick. You didn't mean anything by it, and then all of a sudden everybody's up in arms and you're defending yourself, and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Sometime this month, I feel like it's more than one thing, and I think we're in Venus retrograde, Mercury retrograde. I think everything is fucking retrograde right now. So there's a lot of communication problems. If you're in relationships, there's communication problems. If you're at a job, there's communication problems. If you're in any type of organization or society or whatever, there's a problem with communication. Some of you may not mean anything by it, but it could go either way. With the 2 of Swords, 2 of Blades, somebody's like, you know what? I don't want no problem. I don't see anything. The thing about it, though, if you look at the note or the letter on the page, final notice, there was a problem. There was a problem. Somebody doesn't want to see it, but there was something that was not done correctly. It was something that was said. For some of you, you could be dealing with an air sign person that's like, you know what? I don't get why you're mad. I don't get why you're mad. And Aries is like, I'm pissed. I'm pissed. I'm having to defend myself. You could be dealing with somebody who plays the victim too. You know, they could have maybe there was a couple of ways that they could have taken a conversation, and they chose to go with, you know, oh, you hurt me, oh, woe is me, oh, you're attacking me, and you're like, wait a minute, let me defend myself. No, I didn't do that. I may have said some things, but I wasn't trying to cause this conflict. And the person is playing a victim. I feel like that for a few of you, you're going to get past it. You are going to get past it, Aries. I feel like you're like, you know what? I don't want the drama. I'm moving on towards focus on my money. Because I feel like you keep coming back to it. The Fool card is showing somebody taking a leap of faith. They're packing up their shit. They're moving forward. They're like, you know what? I'm doing something new. And I feel like you're going to land on your feet. The Wheel of Fortune is showing somebody moving forward towards fortune. For some of you, this could be a road trip. For a few of you, this could literally be packing up your shit and going somewhere else. We do have the house for sale. Some of you could be definitely moving from a city. Maybe you live somewhere where it's just full of drama and you're like, I'm out. This could be a job and you're like, I'm moving forward, I'm out. For a few of you, this may even be a relationship. If you were dealing with a group of people, some of you may be, you know, saying, you know, I'm moving forward. I'm moving out. The Wheel of Fortune is showing that you may feel like you've done everything you needed to do, and now it's time to just keep rolling on. So I do see, Aries, some things that are coming in for you that feel really good. For some of you, this is something that you didn't expect. Maybe it came out of the blue and it blindsided you, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and take it. You may have gotten called for a job where there's an opportunity and you were like, I wasn't really thinking about it, but I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take it. For a few, I do feel this possibly could even be getting a new vehicle. Maybe you thought about it, and you're like, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to just jump and put the money down, buy me a new vehicle. I do get travel. I feel like travel's coming in, and I definitely feel for a few that this is going to be a big move. You're selling your house. You're moving forward. The focus is on career. Even if you are dealing with a love relationship, I feel like some of you are like putting it on the back burner for right now. Maybe you're confused about it. And you're putting it on the back burner and you're like, I'm going to focus on my money. I'm going to focus on my movement. I'm going to focus on this new beginning. This thing that's coming in for me. And I feel like it's important. Definitely important for you to do it, Aries. I'm going to pull a couple of more cards and see where it's taking you. We have Ace of Swords. This is somebody who felt burdened and they're taking that backpack off. They're taking that pressure off. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to move towards something that's smoother. And the Nine of Cups is saying that you're going to get something that you wish for. If you see the cracked ice, this is somebody that was having obstacles, difficulties. Couldn't skate because his backpack was heavy. It was making him heavy. He was cracking the ice. So he took it off. And now the ice is smoother. So I feel like some of you are coming from a difficult situation where you kind of felt like, oh my God, you know, what is going on? How am I going to move forward? How are we going to keep it moving? You know, I'm tired of this. A lot of times with the Six of Blades, this is like chaotic energy. Like you just don't feel like things are, you're getting frustrated and irritated because you feel like things aren't going your way. And for some of you, the burden may have been even decisions you were making. Now, it could be other people's stuff in there too. I feel like for some of you, that backpack probably has COVID-19 in it. Probably has some issues where the paperwork and things that needed to be done weren't done. Delays, obstacles, things that kind of kept making you feel like you were tripping over your feet. And now you're coming to the end of the cycle and you're finally feeling like things are moving forward. And it's moving you towards this Nine of Cups, something that you prayed for, you wished for. So there's definitely something that's coming in that's good. because you're taking this leap of faith and you're moving forward. And for some of you, the doors and things that you're leaving behind, or the burdens in that backpack that you're leaving behind, they're making this easier to do. So if you're dealing with difficult people, you're moving forward. If you're dealing with dead-end jobs, you're moving forward. You know, if you're outgrown your community or your city, you're moving forward. The Wheel of Fortune is saying, I'm moving towards something that brings in more fortune for me. With the Nine of Cups, something that you prayed for, you wished for. Some of you may have even worked really hard for this, and you're being rewarded. But it's part of this new beginning, of this leap of faith. Definitely feels good, Aries, and I feel like it's bringing you closer to the money, closer to what you want. Now, of course, money is not everything, but I think for some of you, to give you the stability that you want, you're opening up doors and you're building up some type of foundation. I need this. I need to feel something that is stable for me. I don't feel like you're just jumping all over the place. Some of you definitely have new business opportunities that are coming in. A few of you are reevaluating your businesses. You know, maybe you're upgrading or you're restructuring within some type of business atmosphere. Now, we're going to pull some cards from Madame Endora's fortune teller, see if there's any other messages from Spirit. But I do feel a big change coming in. Delays are over. Delays are over. Moving forward with fortune, towards fortune. Nine of Cups. Moving towards what you prayed for. Aries, Aries, Aries. Aries, 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 Spirit. Any guidance? Any messages? Aries. Any guidance? Any messages? All right. Okay. So, the Spider. Be meticulous and patient. Some of you, like I said, have been dealing with these obstacles. It's like, okay, when is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Spiders building a web. If you've ever sat and watched a spider, they spin a little bit, and then they crawl off somewhere, and they're gone for a while, and then they come back and they spin a little bit more, and then they crawl off somewhere, and then, you know, they wait for the food to come in, they eat, and then they go. It's crazy. But if you've ever seen a time lapse on YouTube of a spider building a web, the patience that it takes to get the final product is amazing. Only to have somebody walk through it at some point, right? But this is what they do. So Spirit is showing that you have something that's coming in for completion. You're spinning the web. You're putting in the energy of it, and it's coming, but it's going to take a little bit more time. So you definitely, you're moving towards something positive, but it's going a little bit slower. But it should be something that is really, it's completion of a project or completion of a goal, and you finally feel like, okay, I did it. Now with the Moon card, you will be guided through darkness. Some of you may be feeling some kind of way. Could be frustrated with this, could be irritated, could be things in your life that are coming in and you're like, I don't want to be patient. You're a fire sign. I don't want to be patient. I want it now. I've been waiting long enough. I'm ready for this to move. But it is showing that it's coming. But you are going to go through this depression. You're going to go through this irritation because some of it is showing that you are, but it's showing Spirit, your ancestors are going to they're guiding you through this. It's like, okay, we're here with you. You don't see it. You don't see it. But it is coming through. We have the Chalice. We have rejuvenation and fulfillment. For some of you, I do feel like you're going through something that you're going to have to take a vacation. It's like, whew, I need to get away. I need to kind of restructure, recharge. This is like pouring into your own cup, taking care of yourself. You know, going to a spa, getting a massage, going to do something that makes you happy, you know, going to a nice, you know, restaurant. Just you, pouring into you, self-love. For some of you, you need it because you're going through some heavy things, or you're coming out of some heavy things, and you're like, you know what, I'm tired, but I need to do this. I need to take care of myself. I need to pour back into myself. And then we have this true love and fidelity coming in. Some of you are really going to make a connection in a relationship. That is the one for you. I found my love. Maybe you're walking away from a relationship because of infidelity. only to find a relationship where you're going to be with somebody who is, faithful. For a few of you, you might already be with this person, but there may be concerns. Is this what I want? Is this my person? Is this the right thing for me? But for a lot of you, if you have made a love connection, you could be dealing with somebody who's going to be in your life for a while. Somebody who wants something with you. Maybe the patience card needs to be on the relationship. Maybe you're going through an obstacle. And Spirit is like, be patient. Whatever this stuff is, it's going to lead you to something that's a little bit more solid. Definitely feel like there may be some love relationships that are coming in that could be bouncing a little bit back and forth, but you may find your husband or your wife in that relationship. Be patient. Don't be too impulsive. Remember what we had in the other cards. Saying something and then there's conflict and you're like, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. Let me take it back. Take your time. Sometimes we don't need to say anything. Just sit back and observe and let Spirit work things out. And then if you have to come in and do something, do it. But sometimes the best thing is just sit back and watch it. You got things that are moving forward. They're opening up. So don't rush it. Don't feel like you have to jump in and push it harder than what it is, because it's coming to you. If you're impatient, you got to get that under check. You got to kind of come back and say, you know what, Musa. Nine of Cups is saying, I get what I wish for. Musa. All right, Aries. Love you guys. Be safe.